Hi, morning, folks. Just go over these numbers today. We are increasing with pound as suspected. It's at 90 now. Last night, it was at 46. So they were telling us they were coming up during that time relative to the other currencies. Now, again, today they've showed us the same thing. Yeah, Aussie is still strong. Yeah, New Zealand is still strong, but pound is much stronger in terms of its amount of buyers that it's achieved. Um, so this pound Aussie and pound New Zealand for me is looking very good. Pound dollar is doing pretty well now. I'm happy about that. I thought we were going to have to wait longer for the dollar, but so far it's come pretty quick. That's that there. We saw yesterday, what was the notes we had? Minus 36 USD, pound plus 42. Yeah, so positive numbers. We loaded it up there, here and here. But you know, when we're doing the 4-hour chart and we're trying to do this long term, we're not really too bothered about that. We are really just wanting this whole area here, anything in here, down here, anything here, and your stop is basically a somewhere here if other things happen, subject to other things happening, to change the entire perspective. But that's very difficult to completely abandon ship because they've already shown us by putting their numbers in. They can't just undo all their work, because they've already done the work of buying the pound here. If it comes here and you think it's going down, even if it comes down here, they've still done that buying there. So even if it comes down here, it's just a case of buying more, providing that the dollar index is still continuing with your original theory. Take a little look here what pound is doing. So pound is still strong against yen, dollar, CAD. That's good. So that's a good sign that pound is stronger than CAD today, because we need that CAD to fall to confirm the dollar down move that we believe is going to happen. Aussie, look, pound starting to strengthen against Aussie. That's good. Still negative against New Zealand, and the euro pound short would have been good, but because euro was weaker than pound, as we saw yesterday. We'll go over here. So we got an increase, a decrease now in LFX numbers. So I'd be avoiding buying these, apart from pound yen, I suppose, for now. But I wouldn't really be doing this anymore, because now clearly pound is taking over. New Zealand 55 to 86, that's gone up a lot. So New Zealand is still strong, but pound is stronger. And Aussie has gone up 15, 20. Swiss 20. CAD, look at that, 73. Those are 100s yesterday. And now the dollar's gone red. So that push in the pound was able to finally turn this dollar red. So this is not going to do the pullback that we were at risk of yesterday. Um, not to what I see here can happen. Um, let's make sure pound New Zealand numbers are still trapped. Yes, they are. Let's make sure pound still trapped. Yes, they are. Euro also. CAD, they're still trapped long, so more room down. Aussie, very trapped long. And New Zealand, they're very trapped long. So this move is going to be coming to the end soon. And LFX long as well. So that's coming to the end like we've just noticed with the other numbers. Just going to go here. What do we got here? 100 buys on Aussie. So we've got to be careful with that. But we know that pound today has increased more than Aussie. So we're not going to abandon ship on this one, this particular time. In other cases, we might want to wait. But in the case of the pound, I know it's up to you guys. You know, if it comes back down here, buy more. If it stays here, just get your risk figured out, right? Let's change this profile. Here it is. I wanted to show you something with how we were looking at the yens yesterday, with the dominating currency being the yen. We remember seeing that pound was 100 buys, and after a huge up move in all of them, all of the yen pairs, and dollar and Aussie were showing weaker numbers, and New Zealand was also showing weaker numbers. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we were showing stronger numbers on pound, and then dollar as well. So we saw the pound dollar do a good move from that, and Aussie and New Zealand, as we've just explained, they're coming to the end, so we've got a little bit of time. If it goes here, takes this out, and we just add more here, I'll be happy with that. Because we're looking at it from this perspective, we're trying to come back up here, and anyone that's going to try to short this here is going to get stuck. So this is the only option. What are we looking to see here? It'd be nice to see a Aussie Swiss start seeing some red in that, because we knew that yesterday Swiss was the weakest and LFX was the strongest. So with Aussie being strong also, we want to see Aussie become weaker than Swiss, and that will really fuel this pound Aussie move. So once we start seeing reds up here in Aussie Swiss, then we know that pound Aussie is ready. That's how I'm going to look at that. So I think we've got a little bit more time, maybe a couple more days to enter this. What else do we see here? Euro 30, pound 87, CAD 74. So that's a decline of 25 in CAD. Dollar's finally red. Swiss was 100 sells last week, so now only minus 29. So therefore we're strengthening in Swiss. LFX is beginning to weaken, and New Zealand and Aussie are only showing early signs. That's what this is telling us here. We need to see these make a big impact in the bottom line here, which we haven't seen yet, and relative to other currencies. Once we see that, then we're good. It would be nice if we saw like, yeah, Aussie yen 60s, while the rest are like 90s. Then we'd have a really good. But then obviously when we see that, it's going to pull back again and then up. So we might have some room here, maybe one more low. But at this point, anything down here, I'd like to buy more. Um, and yeah, that's where I'm at here. I'm not having any second thoughts yet on this. But yeah, that's the video for the day. If I come up with anything else later, I'll do another one. Thanks.